Hi folks, it's Adam, this is South Dinghy Paranormal Channel, back with you again for the Monday vlog. I'm getting good at this. It's out on a Monday again. I'm actually being a little bit proactive. I've got to try this more often, to be honest. How you folks all doing? I've had a week of very mixed blessings. It's been extremely busy again. I did get back from work late Wednesday. I had a nice little visit into London for a hospital appointment. Not me, it's like the clients that I deal with. And by the time they come out, got through rush hour. I didn't get home until 9. Tuesday, I went to Canterbury, and that will be revealed in a moment. Yeah, it's been a bit of a rush on this week. And last night I had a little drink with Paul, who you've already seen on this channel, Rudy as well, Heather, which is Paul's other half, and Gloria. Hopefully you will see in due course. It's another one of our tribe, but yeah, I had a little drinky last night, and we had the spirit of a spirit of a young girl come and literally dropped in on us, and it was weird to say because I haven't been out recording this weekend, but I recorded that, and you'll see the results, and I'll talk a bit more about it in a couple of weeks. But I did actually record that little session, so whilst I wasn't out doing any filming, this thing just happened. That's the best way I could describe it. I think that the reason why it happened is because, as I say, Rudy, who you've all seen, he's gifted, he's genuine. So is Gloria, so is Paul, Heather, and myself. And I think the fact that we was all in one room and we was having a, good old chinwag and a laugh, just directed a lot of light energy out. So I think that's what attracted this spirit to come in. But as I say, you'll see that in a couple of weeks, because I did manage to record what we did get. It's very off the cuff, shall we say. It's not, I wasn't exactly out with my camera and all my equipment. It was just a crap, I need to grab this bit of footage. So I've done it via Ghost Tube, recording. Fortunately, it all saved okay. So yeah, you're going to see that in a couple of weeks, because as I said, I've still got material, like bonus unseen stuff that will be coming up this week and next week. And actually, I think next week, I think it's all normal content, but I'll discuss that next week. So yeah, the actual content that's coming this week, it's some more bonus footage from that visit I did to Fort Horsted. That was part of my Ghost Hunter Tours crew work, and yeah, got some great stuff. I had about 3 hours of footage to go through, so I've managed to whittle it down to, I think, about an hour or less. There's some EVPs in there, one or two other interesting bits and pieces, but it's all stuff that got that I captured with my old Nokia 8 via Ghost Tube, and yeah, there's some great bits and pieces in there. So yeah, there we go. I'm gonna, hopefully the weather looks like we're gonna be better now. Well, at least the next couple of days anyway. So what I'm going to attempt to do is get out and do some filming. Yeah, and try and get a bit of content up, because I do need to concentrate on the renting and stuff as well. I've got so much to do with that. There's stuff going on with the shakedown. It's been completely reimagined, I should say. Got a lot of new people will be getting involved with that. So there is lots going on at the minute. And yeah, and to compound that, as I say, last week was a bit of a mixed blessing. The downside is my Thunderbird. There's issues. I was hoping to have it back this or next week, same as that's what Alistair is expecting, and we hit some snags. I will probably talk about that in more detail next week, I think, because there's something that he's looking at that he can't do, but he knows a man that can, and I've seen the damage that's happened. That's about the best way I can put it at the moment. I was really, really disheartened last week, and bear in mind I've owned this bike for 10 years, and not a lot of people, though I know in the biking fraternity, have held on to bikes for that long, and I've I know when I bought it, I would never sell it. You know, there was no reason why I would sell it, because it was what I would always wanted, and it's just something. What should have been a simple job has turned into something that's not so simple. That's about as much as I can say. And as I say, I'll give you more details as to when I know. Anyway, yeah, moving on to more pleasant things. Now, there was a reason why I went to Canterbury on Tuesday, and I may have mentioned, I don't know, in previous vlogs, I've been kind of after a boat, a liveaboard ideally. That'd be great. That'd be something for down the line, hopefully. I think I've been making a little bit of inroads into that today. But I'll keep you updated and posted as we go along, see what happens there. The main thing I did this week was I actually did buy a boat. Well, I use that term loosely and you'll see why. Okay, so what you're looking at there, obviously you know my bike, my AT. I didn't pick it up on that, by the way. Can exactly fit all this in there. But what we've got is we've got an Evinrude 4 horsepower 2-stroke twin. That's the outboard. Okay. The dinghy, as I've just learned, it's an Avon Redcrest. Seen pretty, obviously it's been used, but it's in good shape. There's no patches. It holds its air, so that's great. As I say, it's been well used, but it is in good shape. So I've got them. Also, we've got some keep fit propulsion there in oars, and came with a spare tank as well, and also a pump, which looks about as old as me, to be honest, but it's just pumped that up quite easily. So if it does the job, I've got a keep fit pump. I'm going to get an electric one at some point, but it wasn't any great shakes to do all that. So there was extra bits that I had to buy, which was the life jackets and that bin, and I'll talk about yeah, but just basically obviously going to get the dinghy was the main thing. So I was, yeah, got the dinghy outboard, that tank come in, that new fuel line I had to order. I've ordered 2 fuel lines, one for there's a little tank that clips onto that frame, and I ordered a new fuel line for that because the primer pump had split. There's no great shakes, they're pretty generic. And Evinrude shares parts with another company, Johnson or something like that. Anyway, so yeah, that's all what I bought. So I'm going to get on price in a minute. Yeah, the old fuel pump, foot pump there. It's not it's not dedicated to this boat, but it did pump it up easy enough. I'm going to try and get an electric one. So anyway, yeah, it was then, okay, what else do I need now? So life jackets, a bin, and the reason why I needed a bin was due to the fact that when you take an outboard or whatever out of salt water, you do need to flush them, you do need to run them in clean fresh water for about 20 minutes. So hence why I got the bin, because you've literally got to drop it in, run it, and so on. What I didn't realise was that the bin wasn't as tall as what I thought. The plan was you just clip, which is what some other guys do, I just clip the outboard onto a bin and let it do its thing. So what I've had to do, it's going to turn up Tuesday, Wednesday time. There is a trolley that I've ordered. It bolts onto the trolley. It's a bit like you know, one of them the trolleys like the delivery guys use. You know, it's quite like that thing. So yeah, it's just to say, literally sit down and work out what I needed on top of the basics. So yeah, and so you know, this is the kind of advice I can give. I'm no expert, as you know. Although I've done a reasonable amount of homework into what I wanted. I mean, primarily what I ended up buying an inflatable instead of something I can tow is the exit out of here. Quite often someone will park their car opposite me, and my sub's quite long and it's quite a restrictive swing out from this drive. All the gnats are out tonight. So fitting a trailer was a bit of a non-starter because I know I wouldn't get it out there. So it made better sense to get an inflatable, because obviously I can deflate it. It'll go in the back of the car, no problem, along with the outboard. You know, all this will go in the back of there. I don't even have to put the seats down. So that's all good. Now getting on to the actual cost of everything. So the dinghy, basically the dinghy, foot pump, oars and the outboard, that was 300 quid in total. Okay, so we've got the Evinrude 4 two-stroke. That's 1987, I think that was made, but it runs great. The dinghy could be circa the same time. And as I say, there's no patches on it. It holds its air great, so that's all good. You know, you don't have to buy the latest things so long as it's solid. And I've always found that with any kind of vehicles I've had, it doesn't have to be the latest thing so long as it's in generally good shape. That's the main thing. So yeah, we've got the outboard, dinghy, oars, pump, chucked in the spare fuel tank as well. So there's one that clips on, and the extra bits I had to buy was another fuel line. I actually bought two. That was about 20 quid each with the bulb. So we're talking an extra 40 quid for the lines. Obviously, if you're doing it, that might not be an issue for you. It was just something I did because there was a thing there. But we are where we are. Life jackets now. I would suggest your first port of call being Facebook Marketplace, Gumtree, etc. I couldn't really see anything suitable on there for me. I'm a big guy, so you know, that was the size I wanted, and I thought best off if I get another one, because you know, if I've got Rudy or Ricky, you know, they're quite big chaps as well. If they're coming out on a boat with me, I'm going to need the right size jacket for them. So yeah, they were £33 each. They came from Decathlon, and then we go on to the bin. I think that was 29. Oh, you might already have one. I didn't. So that was 29 quid, and the trolley coming will be 50 quid. All right, so what we're talking, 300. I'll exclude the fuel line, so 300 for that. 360, 4, and a trolley 4.5, let's say. So 450 quid, and I'm ready to go pretty much. You know, it's not bad. The gnats are out in full, so I'm going to go in a minute because I've just had one have a little nibble. Yeah, so that's where we are. We have a boat, and basically what I'm going to do with this, there is several places. I'm going to go exploring with it. There are places I want to check out initially. There's places such as Fort Darnat, Fort Hoo, that are in the Medway. You've also got, oh, you little sod, they're starting to itch now. Fort Darnat, Fort Hoo, you can look them up on Google Earth or Google Satellite, whatever. They're a pair of forts that's actually in the Medway, and the only way you can get to them is boat. And you've also, there's also places along the River Crouch as well, which I'd like to check out. And there's other places which you can only really access by boat, and this is ideal. As I said, it's as an inflatable, I can drop it down in the back of the car, no problemo, and off and go. So it just needs one final thing to say. Shout out to Donna and Matt. They were the guys that I dealt with getting this. A lovely couple. The two sons that I met were really nice and all. So yeah, thanks again to Donna and Matt. Nice dealing with you. And yes, you will be seeing this boat in future adventures, as and when, I don't know, but they will be coming up. I'm itching to get out on this. I'm just waiting for the tide times. As for next week, at the moment I get me trolley. It's just a case of waiting for the tide times to work with my spare time, and then I can have a little maiden voyage. and we'll see what happens. So that should be a good laugh. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you aren't new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe, hit the like button, leave us a comment, all the usual stuff. It helps my channel enormously. You know, I make comparative peanuts. I do. It's actually peanuts I make on this. Yeah, every little helps, as I say. Thanks once again for watching. Love and light, and God bless you all. Ta-da.